Welcome back to my YouTube. I'm getting more and more used to this now. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what influencers do wrong when it comes to launching their own products. You may have seen some press, there's been some examples of people launching and nobody cared, they didn't make any sales, they may have worked for a year on it. So I thought it was a quite interesting one because we as a business, as my business Germflow, we have figured out a way to get this right because we have so many successful brands we've launched and the amount of revenue we've generated and profit that we've kind of got our own way of doing this now. And I thought it'd be best to just sit down and go through what I feel like people do wrong and what the right thing to do is if you are planning on releasing some of your own products or your own brand. So let's get into this video. One of the first things to think about is if you are planning on launching your own product, which could be let's just call it a digital product or a physical product. So a digital would be an ebook, it could be a masterclass, some videos, or if it's a physical product, it could be clothing, it could be supplements, it could be any physical jewelry, cosmetics, whatever it is you want to do. The first thing is does it actually relate to your content today? So if you are a fitness influencer and you are planning on releasing some products, and let's say you want to release some candles, is there any reason do you think people would want to buy candles off you if you are known for fitness content? So one of the first things I've seen that people make the mistake is that they pretty much just came up with some concept in their head that, hey, I love candles, I would love to do my own candles because I have an audience, let's sell candles. Instead of does it resonate with the content you create? Because you need to think backwards, right? So if someone's following you and you share fitness content, that's the reason they follow you, because you're probably putting out workouts, nutrition tips, guidelines, and people come, they interact with your content, they leave comments, they they ask questions, and that means they see you as someone who they trust when it comes to fitness content and advice. So if you're saying to them now, hey, I've made a candle brand and can you go and buy that? It'll just be a bit it wouldn't really, it wouldn't connect to the audience. So the first thing is it to do something that you're actually doing? In the same example though, if it was a case of you create fitness content but at the same time you have an amazing house, you furnished it amazingly, people always ask you questions like, hey, where did you buy this? Or hey, this, and you even create posts I started my bedroom in this way and I decided to put these things here for this reason. Then there's a bit more okay, there could be a sub-audience within your audience that's really interested in candles. So you actually have to think about what is it that you want to release and does it connect with your audience? Because if you have an audience, it doesn't mean that you can sell anything. I think that's the biggest misconception that I have seen and other influencers that have made this mistake, because you see it go live and you see it sitting there in stock for 9 months, so clearly it's not gone right, and then magically it'll just disappear. I've seen one influencer recently do something like that. It was a jumper brand, and they do specializing Christmas jumpers and all this, and then it came and then 2 weeks later it was it never existed. And you'd be surprised how many times that actually happens, because people have these weird ideas and just go ahead with them without really thinking about, is it going to work? So that's first point. Number two, do you have a plan, an actual launch plan, a strategy to release your products? The truth is that, most influencers think they're like Beyonce and they can just say, hey, out now, and people will just run and buy it and it'll be the best selling thing ever. The truth is that's not going to happen. And, and most people go that way thinking it's gonna work, but it really doesn't. So what I mean by that is you need to have a real strategy in place. And that starts from literally from the moment you start thinking of a project, you in some way try finding out from your audience, what it even is, trying to get their opinions on things, trying to even think about, okay, what you can do. Once you know what you're doing now, then it's about drip feeding that to your audience over a period of time. So imagine you were gonna release something, you wanna release your own clothing brand. I would say at least 2 months before, you should start teasing the concept of it, that hey, I'm coming out with this thing soon, or little snippets, and see, does anyone comment? Does anyone say anything? You can put a little image of designs on your story and be what's this? Or you're at a photo shoot, you can be at a shoot for something, that you start teasing it, and then see, are people picking one, are people asking? If you're not getting hundreds, if not thousands of DMs and comments saying, what is it, when is it coming out, that means you're in trouble. No one is pretty much looking for you to release that particular product. Moving on from there, so once you start teasing it, people are getting a little bit used to the, hey, I think you're about to drop something, like, she's working on something clearly. The next thing from there would be to, what's really worked well for us and doing this a long time is to have like a genuine announcement across all your social platforms, and you also hype up that announcement. Meaning, so you say to people, in 7 days, in 10 days, I'm announcing something, and you keep hyping it up, that I wonder what it is, put polls up, going to Mars, having a baby, wherever it is. So people are like, oh, I wonder what it is, and people start literally saying, I wonder what it is. You can even do like a giveaway type thing that, hey, for anyone that gets it right, I'll give you this. Like, literally make it into content. That's what I'm trying to say. So you literally need to start creating content around the release of your product, that what it even is. And if you do that, you get so many people talking about it, thinking about it, and then they'll be that much more intrigued to find out what it is. And then what you do is you set a time and a date, you sit down pretty much just like this and literally tell people what that business is that you're about to launch. Like, that's the announcement. So you sit and tell people, and what you need to get across to them is, what is it that you're coming out with, X clothing brand, why have you decided to do that, what the price is going to be, like where is it made, is it shipped worldwide, like how much is it going to cost, what each product is. There's a big misconception that people think that, oh, don't tell people too much, and on the day they'll come to shop and they'll figure it out. No, if you tell people exactly what it is, that works every single time better. And we've done this so many times and so many releases to know factually that it works. And because if you actually think about it, right, from common sense, people then know, okay, I want to get this product, say I want to get this t-shirt and it's $25, they already know about it, so they consciously on the day of the launch will come to buy it. You got to think of it like as like when a new PlayStation's coming out, you know the price of it, you know the features, you know what you want to buy, so when the day it's available, you go and buy it. Same with the iPhone, they always say, here's all the models, here's all the prices, here's all the features, so the customer knows to come and they want this thing, or you start saving up to buy this one particular thing that you're very interested in. So it's the same methodology, that you're sitting down, even though you're a YouTuber, Instagram, you're sitting down like this. Yes, you might make this video for your 100,000 subscribers, 20,000 subscribers. It's the same logic, that you are educating people about, this is my brand, this is when it's coming out, this is why I'm making it, this is why it's so good. Because most likely you're going to have other big competitors, right? So if you're coming out with a clothing brand, there's Nike or whatever. The point is that you still have to convince people that why they should buy yours over all these other brands that they already know about. Instead of, so why this will work more and it will cost you zero compared to doing like a big campaign video, which is like flashy stuff going on and whatever else. And in the end, people will be left with like, oh, I think it's like new clothing, it looked really cool, but they won't know nothing about you, about the product, about the brand and why you're doing it. Because if you're an influencer, the biggest thing to get across is, why have you decided now to do this, and why do people need to buy this from you? That's the key thing. And if you can't get that across, then you've failed in your marketing, and that means you're gonna have a failed launch and your brand is not gonna get anywhere. So yeah, pretty much, that is primarily the reason that I have seen someone who's like helped so many different influencers now launch their brand, sell millions of dollars worth of product, is that they just never effectively launched it. And what's even more key is down to the particular, like the days before the launch, to be putting up promo on Instagram story, Instagram, YouTube, like seeding the content in up to the day. Then on the day, like have a timer, be telling people like, hey, it's coming out in 4 hours. And then when it does go live, post it going live, you should be showing immediately like, people are now, X person has bought it. Put the stories up, some social proof that shows that, oh, actually people are really buying it. Because what happens is, even if you do the announcement and all of that, you're going to get a lot of traffic, people come to buy it, but there's still that element of like, when a customer hits your website, always on your social media, I wonder if anyone's buying this. I wonder if this is a success. I wonder, like, does anybody care? But the moment you start putting your stories up, like, hey, another order, another order, another order, another order, or you can be putting up the analytics for like how much traffic's on the website, it starts bringing the social proof starts coming in, like, whoa, everyone's getting on this, I need to get on, it's gonna sell out. That's very, very important, because most people again would like launch, but then like it fizzles off, and to not make it fizzle off is very key, that for the days afterwards that you're showing the social proof that this is working. Moving on from there, have a lot of like activation happening post on social media. If then that's like a giveaway, it's content, even so much as like yourself with your products. If you're wearing them, in the case of a clothing brand, you're still seeding it. One other thing that's really worked as well, which a lot of influencers don't take into account, is actually just like gifting the product to a lot of people. So we just send the product out to a bunch of people. You know, we did this for Anthony Joshua. We sent out like his gloves in nice like boxes to different sort of people. So people were like putting it on their stories, and that makes you really want to buy even more, because you're like, oh, like this famous person's got it, or this person's got it. Obviously there's a lot more that you can do, but at the moment I was talking about the most elementary stuff, and a lot of influencers do not follow that, and which leads to them getting really excited, launching the brand, selling like 200 quantity of their t-shirts, and then be like, oh, okay, this is not for me. And the truth is because you just didn't know how to market properly. So yeah, hope this video brings you some value. It was actually something that came up recently because I was in a meeting with a client who did something similar, so they're very disheartened that I don't think I can sell. And when we got into it, we realized really the reason they haven't sold is A, the positioning of the product was wrong, and number two, they just didn't have a strategy to market. They pretty much on the day did a post, and even in the picture they weren't even wearing the products. It was just in the caption saying, oh hey, go and buy it now. Like, that's not gonna work. So yeah, hope you got some value from this video. You know, leave a comment, let me know what you think. If you are trying to do something similar or had any experiences, it'd be great to hear what you think. Leave the video a like, and I'll see you in the next one.